that kind of triangle in the forward position. So I'm really interested to see how they work with that. I'm sure they've been training quite a bit, and there is the first whistle from the referee. We are off.
We are off, yes. Talking of substitutions, look at the depth of the CFC bench tonight. We have about 12 CFC players on there. Guadalajara's got 8, so I expect we'll see quite a lot of substitutions. Not too many guys with tired legs out there. They'll get plenty of playing time, which is good for both teams, really, just to get plenty of variety, plenty of playing time, and get out there and get a feel for the field. A lot of teams do play on a grass field, or a pitch as I call it. This one being, AstroTurf is a little different, so they want to get a feel for that and how the ball bounces. We saw that in some of the away games. CFC have played with hitting long balls and not getting the distance right because of the way the pitch bounces. So again, it takes the teams a little while to get a feel for how far the ball will go for any given power of shot or pass.
This is Jordan Dunstan put into danger up towards Whitehall, I believe that was, trying to hold the ball up, was fouled. And it looks like we got a Chivas player who maybe came off a little bit worse there than
Danny's a big guy. He may have inadvertently hit him. Danny's, for those of you who haven't seen Danny play before, he's come up the perm at a sacker size. He's about 7 foot tall, so that's great if you're a striker and want to get your head on the ball. So he's definitely one of those guys you want in the box, and those crosses coming in all corners. But inadvertently Danny may have bumped him. So we're looking forward to see if Danny uses height in the other games we played, and we'll see how he does tonight too. I know he's keen to get on the score sheet. I know that. He's been frustrated with some of the games. I know he's really keen to get that ball in the net tonight.
Yeah, and I think that game against Memphis City in midweek Wednesday was just a frustrating outing for everyone. 0-0 tie in Memphis, and they're a tough opponent. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, CFC had a lot of chances.
Deep in there.
I think we're gonna have an offside here, Simon. Yeah, Daniel's just a little bit ahead of the defenders there as the ball came back in from David Perez after that free kick. But game hasn't really settled much. Chivas on the ball here, left hand side. Number 98 with the ball at his feet there. Bear with me as we get our bearings with these numbers. Not quite what we're used to, but we'll do our best to identify the players and the numbers that are out there for Chivas this afternoon. Doing well here, keeping possession. The CFC looking to press these midfield areas, not give Chivas any space at all. You see the quality that they have just working through midfield in these little triangles. They're 98.
This is all training ground stuff, really get the triangular passing working.
Yeah, that's 98 Guillermo Hernandez working on this left-hand side, getting forward. I think he's playing left back, but you see how he's pushing into that little block of 3 there.
Chivas are focusing on keeping possession as much as making progress forward. Just trying to see where the weak spots are on the Chattanooga defence.
So, did well there to step in and win that one, but straight back to the Chivas player. That was number 4 hit Parra there. Continuing to work it. Good little flick there around the corner.
Matt Aldred work hard tonight.
David Perez getting in there with a little bit of
optimistic shot, but through the uprights and no points for that one.
And that's Hernandez again with the ball. Again, like you said, just testing the goalkeeper, seeing how his hands were, but couldn't quite get it on frame. And Gardon with the ball, and we're going to have a goal kick here. These are the opportunities that I think CFC is really gonna dominate in this game is the set pieces and the second balls, and that's really, I'm sure, what Coach Bill Elliott was talking about pre-game. And we look for Chivas to have a lot of possession, but like I said, these free kicks and set pieces are going to be CFC's bread and butter tonight.
Sure, absolutely right. People are still coming into the stadium too, which is good to see. If you're in town, you can get down.
Perez coming down the right-hand side with the ball in the box. Cleared away.
Yeah, good defending for Chivas there.
Yeah, that was well done by Bywater in midfield here to break it up and then send Zeka down this right side. Couldn't quite get the quality on the cross that he wanted. Straight away, the Chattanooga into $4 beer.
Yeah, that's right.
They love that CBC.
You can hear him on the webcast. Hope you're getting enough atmosphere from them, and it's always nice to hear that on the broadcast. It doesn't mean being here, but it's still nice to hear that long probing ball, but a bit too far for that one from Chattanooga. So both teams are not chasing the balls down and going in too hard as it's a friendly, but that will really change during the game, as these guys don't really ever play a friendly game as such. It's friendly on the scoreboard, but you can get quite heated sometimes in these games. So,
well, Simon, everyone's battling for a place in the team, you know. And
that's it.
What a ball there.
The space taking the shot. Keeper's right behind it. Very nice save. Nice from the goal. He'll go piling the goal there. A good save.
Whitehall, it's encouraging to see him getting the ball in dangerous positions and pulling the trigger, but I think a better option might have been to slip in the left-hand striker there. A good opportunity getting into the box. I believe that was Leo DeSchmidt on that side, just sneaking in, but couldn't find him.
Chattanooga working on their passing too. Make sure they're accurate. David Perez there goes down, gets up. Keeps down again, second time as a foul.
And I read a feature today about David Perez and you know how excited he was to play against one of the teams that he followed and one of the teams that he loved as a child, and maybe one of those teams that kind of pushed him to be at this level and keep reaching for the next level. And part of the reason that CFC does these games every year is to continue to inspire kids of his age and younger to be on this stage and really to move through the levels.
That's right. Big ball in there. Push well on the keeper, very strong.
That was a great ball by Schmidt into the box with that left foot. I think the keeper did very well.
He did. Came out strong, committed to it, and good save. So Chattanooga throw on the far side.
Dunston bringing it forward. Looking for Felipe Oliveira there. Couldn't quite get it to him, but CFC throw it.
Yeah, it's okay there. Keeping the pressure on, keeping in Chivas' half, which is always a good thing. So,
Simon, one that we haven't. That's a good ball. It's like a good ball by Dunston there, just a little bit too far.
Way beyond second.
Bywater in there, able to get right back up. Well done. Quick on his feet there.
It's good.
But I was going to mention here, number 5, that's Jerry Wiltshire, his first home outing of the year. I'm interested to see how he's going to do today. It seems like he's slotted in this right side of our back three, just very naturally.
He has.
And like I said, just interested.
Jake Young's resting tonight. I spoke to Jake earlier, and he's may have a hamstring pull, but he's not sure. He's taking precautionary break, so that gives Jerry a chance to play in his place. So
again, that game on Wednesday was a battle.
It was.
We talk about the Volunteer Shield all the time, and that in-state rivalry with Memphis has grown over the past couple of years. Their inaugural year last year, we met them in the conference finals, and it wasn't an easy ride.
It was not.
That was a tough game.
It was a good game. Memphis have a well-organised supporters group as well, which they're trying to grow, and that's great. So
the Road Squadron, right?
That's right, the Road Squadron. They're a nice bunch of guys. We talked to them last year, and they're very friendly and knowledgeable about soccer too, which is great. So we're looking forward to the other teams in the NPSL growing their supporters groups and all the other parts of the team like Chattanooga has, and it's going to be cool to have lots of teams, not just a high level of play. Also,
Chivas was a good ball into the box.
But a high level of play and support on both ends, on and off the field. That just makes the NPSL soccer still the ball's loose. Just trying to find a slot, taking a shot, goes wide to left. It's trying to make sure the NPSL is strong on and off the field, which is always great for the supporters and the clubs. It's what makes the established clubs in Europe and other countries so popular. So looking good. So we're in the 10th minute of the game so far, no score. Still 0-0 Chattanooga FC against Chivas U23. So, but a lot of interesting play. I think both teams trying each other out to see what they can do. I think there'll maybe a goal or two in this one. I don't think it's going to be stay 0-0 for long.
I know those hooligans want to see the ball in the back of the net.
No, who doesn't? Except the goalkeeper.
Yeah, the goalkeepers never want to see you go in the back of the net.
Everybody else does. And you can watch that in our goal cam we have on the home end for Chattanooga FC. We took them a little suitcase on.
What a ball. That was a well-driven ball. Sorry, Simon, to interrupt there. That was just ping.
That's something to watch. It's skillful soccer. Oh, and that's sloppy.
Yeah, just a miscommunication there by the Chivas players.
Yeah. So, yeah. And the action gets going. Check out that goal cam later on. It should be good. Oh, that was nearly a mistake.
Yeah, Gardon did well there under pressure to get that ball going.
Sure did.
Not sure he wanted that ball there from check, but he got it.
He got it anyway, and there he was.
Well, CFC with the throw in, Dunstan with it now. Out to Schmidt. Just keeping possession here. Good little quick feet. And he got it back.
Trying to break, slowing it down, and 2-on-1. And he's
doing
still
well with
that. Oh, good play.
Yeah, came off him in the end, but it's a good battle. It's again, I believe this is his first home game of 2017. Didn't play in the game against Birmingham. So again, we have a couple players here on the field for Chattanooga Football Club looking to impress, looking to break into the squad, and like Simon said, get some time on the pitch and build some cohesion within the team.
Oh yeah,
and that's something we haven't quite seen in this build up to this game here, which is a friendly. But our first couple of NPSL matches hasn't really been as cohesive and maybe as dynamic going forward as we're used to.
Yeah, that's normal routine the first few weeks out. But yeah, they're looking to get that built. So Coach Bill wants to, try everybody out tonight and see what they can do and see if everybody's going where he thinks they're going to go, because sometimes they can surprise him and go, oh wait, this guy's pretty good somewhere else. But yeah, he's got 12 players on the bench to play with, so he's plenty of depth tonight. Chivas working on their great possession and accurate passing, which is so well known for, and they're doing really well with that. Trying to find a gap in the Chattanooga defence.
I believe CFC's doing a pretty good job of keeping the ball in front of them. There hasn't really been that penetrating pass that Chivas is looking for. That's what all this probing is trying to lead to, which there you saw the trying to penetrate, but it was cut out well by Aldrin, number 4, wearing the captain's armband as always, and then he got a little clip after he cleared. It's going to be easy to pick out Matt today in those bright yellow boots.
I was going to say that. Him and David Perez are wearing these Day-Glo neon boots. So they obviously bought new boots over the winter, and easy spot Waldo there.
Played quickly by Gardon, him and Dunstan playing just a little bit of pass back and forth there.
Right.
Oliveira with a little bit of a suspect touch, able to get it back and get it under control. This is one aspect of Whitehall's game, is running these channels, absorbing the contact. Yeah, he went down asking the referee.
The referee's his play on.
So he's a big boy. He's going to dish some contact. He's going to take some. Sure.
He wouldn't have become the player of the year of the NAIA last year if he hadn't done a bit of that and accepted a few pushes. That's part of the job.
Yep.
So yeah, Chattanooga put the ball back into play, keeping it flowing. A lot of the headers here. There we go.
Yeah, Chivas wants the ball on the ground.
Well, that every player does.
Yeah, use their technical ability.
Right.
Zeka with it.
Cross from Zeka.
Antonio out there keeping possession. Dunstan with it here. All the way back to Gardon. Trying to use the ball smartly there, trying to get Zeka in just a little bit overhit.
Pressuring on the keeper, but the keeper stays cool and keeps it in possession.
It's well done there, I believe, by Schmidt to break that play up and just settling into a little bit of possession, entering the 16th minute here. Not really much in it, I would say. Chivas has had the better, more dangerous of possession, but it's mostly been in midfield. It hasn't really been dangerous for either team quite yet. CFC's had one opportunity to put the ball in the box by Schmidt, and the goalkeeper was able to come out and punch, but other than that, nothing too dangerous in this first 15 minutes. Just, and here's a chance, Whitehall breaking forward.
Taking a shot.
Oh, what a ball, yeah, that bounced on the line and it's coming out.
Chip the keeper. Did it go over the line? No goals as the line.
Yeah, that's tough. That's tough because I'm pretty sure that bounced in. The linesman wasn't in a good position, but to be fair to her, you know, there was a giveaway in midfield, and then Whitehall with a little deft chip over the goalkeeper, and the linesman couldn't quite get there in time. But Simon, I believe we're going to be able to look at that one on replay and judge that one as going into the back of the net and bounce over that line.
I think so, Carlos. That was quite a cheeky chip, and we thought the keeper was going to get hold of it, and he just pushed it against the crossbar. One of those ones. We did video technology to see if it crossed the line or not, but the linesman said no, so play goes on. But
Whitehall's going to feel really hard done. He had that chance in the game against Birmingham that went off the post in the first minute, and then that one that we believe did cross the line, but you know, wasn't. Oh, and what a touch save by Gardon there. Not sure if it was going over, but he didn't know. He had to get that touch. Well done.
The other end, the keeper being tested there with a great shot from 25 yards out. Gardon has to push it over the bar. So Chivas get the first corner of the game on the near side, and so if you switch to your goal cam to see what's going on here, to see what's happening, which looked really good for the goal cam. Both teams starting to look a little more dangerous as we get into the middle of the first half.
Big pile of players there around the penalty spot. Corners are really just about who wants it more, and when you get to this level, you see people battling, pulling, pushing. I believe that was Daniel Whitehall throwing the ball away, breaking forward here. Just couldn't quite get to it.
That pass by Daniel Whitehall.
Yeah, several Chivas players didn't like that challenge. I don't think there was anything malicious in it from Whitehall, just trying to reach the ball, but he's got those long, lengthy legs that made it look a little bit awkward, a little bit dangerous.
It does. It was stretching, it may have been studs up, and he was stretching for the ball, nobody else is close by, so it's not a foul. But
the referee had just a little talking to him. Yeah, and there's the Chivas player still talking to the referee, asking for their caution. Yeah.
He likes to talk. So it's Renato Mendoza having a few words with the referee. We'll be friends after half time, never come to together, but right now have a chat. Chivas pushed out for a throw and it goes their way. Again, physical contact. The linesman saying it's a CFC throw. Chivas not sure about that, but CFC get the benefit of that.
Perez trying to combine there with Zeka, couldn't quite get it to him. And Chivas back into possession with Renato Mendoza. He seems to be at the heart of everything that Chivas do right there, and maybe playing that defensive center midfield role, just sliding right back and forth in between the back four and trying to connect passes for him, much in the same way that Aldred or Kieran Bywater do for us.
Yeah, very similar. And he's hanging out around the centre circle and you know, acting as a kind of the centre for the whole team.
A little bit aggressive there by Oliveira, I believe.
For Chivas throw on the far side.
I actually think it's going to be a free kick there, Simon.
Oh, it's a free kick? Right, I thought that was a throw, but he went down by the line. You are correct. In the 20th minute of the first half, folks. Still 0-0.
It's going to be a good opportunity to swing the ball in the box. Again, we were talking about earlier, you know, maybe CFC has a little bit of the height, but really at this level, it's just about who wants it more in that box, who can create a little bit of space, good ball into the near post, and there's that space that we're talking about. Not sure how he got that wide open, but that's the defender.
Yeah, making space there, and no space to get the header in, and it goes to the right side of the goal, but yeah, dangerous to give that much space when these players can score.
Yeah, I believe that was number 85 coming from his defensive position, Alfonso Solorio, coming forward and getting that header. And you know, Matt Aldred is screaming in the middle of that field, and Gardon, as the goalkeeper, always never wanting to give up any chances, and especially in his 18, that three.
White's all taking a wild shot, which goes right for the uprights, but for a Chivas goal kick.
I think he's pressing a little bit too much.
He is.
No, it's tough for those strikers. You know, strikers want to see the ball go in the back of the net, and it's one thing that we do a good bit of, and that's one of the reasons he's been brought in, is to lighten the load on Luke Winter, who isn't dressed out for the evening. Not sure, you know, what's going on there. Maybe he's just still trying to work his way back into the team. You know, he was a little bit late for preseason, so maybe just trying to get his fitness back, but unavailable for the match tonight. And Chivas with some possession here. Well done. I don't know about that one. Zeka doesn't either. Yeah, Zeka won the ball there. Maybe got a little bit of the player beforehand, but Chivas playing quickly, not really stalling, just keeping the ball moving. David Perez with the good work on this right-hand side here. Ooh, that was a cheeky little touch. Almost got past.
It was, wasn't it?
But did well there to keep the ball in front of him. And that's Terry Wilshire again, who seems to be really, really solid on this right-hand side so far going into the 22nd minute here. David Perez doing good defensive work. Thought he had bumped it off of the Chivas player, but gave away the corner kick. And here's another opportunity for Chivas to get the ball in the box.
So their second corner of the game so far, the same spot. CFC pushed the Arsenal away without so much problem, to see if they can do it again, or Chivas has something different. It's a different tactic. Just settling down.
We've mentioned Whitehall's prowess in the air.
It's Mendoza taking the corner. So he really has been a key player for them. Here it comes.
Back post. Good save there. Well done by Guardian. That was a nice touch there by the Chivas player back into the box. Not quite sure who got on the end of it, but very, very well done by the goalkeeper. Quick off of his line, made himself big, got those hands and those arms out there, and was able to make a good save. The ball goes out for a corner on the other side, and still a lot of pressure from Chivas.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah, they're starting to turn the screw a little bit. Chivas on their fourth corner of the game. From the far side there.
Referee not liking something going on in the near post there.
Bit shoulder pushing or something. Yeah. Balls in, push away. That's for the Chivas. Good defense from Chattanooga.
Yeah, well done by DeSmet there, getting the ball out of the box on the near post. CFC hasn't really been able to get possession. I think there was a little bit of contact with the head there. The linesman putting his flag up. Incidental contact with the head, nothing purposeful or malicious there, but you see DeSmet kind of holding his face. to watch that goal cam that we have on YouTube that we've been testing out tonight. That round of pressure with those corner kicks, a great save. Hope you were able to tune in there. That's what it's there for in these moments when there's lots of action in the goal area. Click over to that one and get a really, really nice view. Good save there by Gardon. A couple good corner kicks.
Lots of action.
Now we're finally getting back into the CFC end, hoping to get a little bit of dangerous possession and keep Chivas pushed back just a little bit.
Deep in the box, nobody there. Loose ball.
David Perez with it. Zeka tried to get a left-footed shot off. Maybe he followed through into the Chivas player there, still rolling around.
She was clearing it. But CFC keeping the pressure on. Chivas have a defender down in the box. They got a knock from the ball rather than being kicked. Just the ball could have been ultimate. So, looking like he's been shot, but I suspect nobody's back on his feet. It's fine, so there you go.
It's amazing how quickly he was healed.
Dead
after the referee isn't going to buy into the whining, he just gets up and rolls around just a little bit more and
there we go.
Yeah, gestures, not being frustrated. It's funny how that works.
I'll tell you what, those acting classes really paid off, didn't they?
Right.
Money well spent.
I don't think you get a jersey under 50 until you've perfected
is that what
the
it is?
fall in the line.
Well, I wondered what it was, Carlos. How you got a high number? Okay. And that's why I'm on 10,000. Okay, now I know. Now I know what I'm doing wrong.
And one of the Chivas players has come over to the bench, maybe got some special instructions, maybe a formation change or something tactically that the coach has seen and wants to adjust. But it's one of those in-game adjustments that maybe we'll see. Very obvious, or maybe it's just subtle change here. Ball into Zeka, good flick. Whitehall
fighting for it, but out for a throw to Chattanooga. This is good. More pressure for Chattanooga. Zeka with the throw. David Perez to take that one. Nice flick on from Whitehall.
Schmidt coming over all the way onto this side. I'm sorry, I believe that was Felipe Oliveira.
That was Oliveira, yeah.
Yeah, De Schmidt has the little orange shoes, so.
Back a bit.
Yeah.
Here he is, taking the ball now from that pass secured by Water.
Dunston with a good ball forward there.
Ball to Jordan Dunston, turn up the right. Didn't get the connecting pass in.
Schmidt there. That was him with the left foot. Trying to go for power there, Simon. Yeah, exactly. That's one of the things that I talk with my players all the time. You got to have the power and the accuracy. It doesn't no good to blast it 7 yards over, does it?
How many times did we see that?
Yep. Chivas player just tying his shoes, slowing the game down just a tad bit. Time for everybody to catch their breath, including us, and give you a moment to maybe just enjoy the evening, the atmosphere. Simon, the crowd here at Finley's been great so far. The weather's been great. We were expecting maybe a little bit of a drizzle, but I haven't really seen a sign of it so far. It's a really nice night.
It's a lovely, nice night. A little warmer than last week, and the sun was on the way. It's great for soccer. Certainly an improvement on this time 7 days ago. We were looking for a submarine to get us home, so it's definitely an improvement.
As we enter the 29th minute here, Simon, any tactical things that you're seeing that maybe might be affecting the game, or anything from Chivas going forward that you're seing?
Chivas are focusing on keeping possession and using the width of the field rather than just keeping it on one side. They're playing on both sides of the field rather than coming down the middle. In fact, they're trying to use the wings. A lot of these diagonal balls too, where they're cutting across from left to right, instead of going straight. Both teams are trying that.
There's a good little interchange there with Whitehall and
evenly matched. There's a few moments where one is better than the other, but they're evenly matched. But they're getting good at this. They're flooding players, and by that I mean there's like 4 to 1 when they get dangerous. So Chivas are good at putting a lot of pressure on one player. And at that point, the attacking team needs a reserve player to play it back to, and they haven't got that. So we need to focus on, attacking in pairs rather than singly. But both fairly evenly matched.
Yeah, De Schmidt with a with the ball into the box there. A couple CFC players looking for a handball or asking for it, but you can see the referee gesturing to his chest and where it hit him there. But it was close. Good little possession and interchanges there by CFC. Good ball in there.
Let me get through this ball. Oh. Loose ball there. Could have been very dangerous.
Well done by the goalkeeper and the CFC defenders there to flood and pressure the attacking players. Just put them off their course just a little bit. Again, another opportunity to check out that goal cam.
That's right. He clipped David Alavos there, but seems to be okay after a word from the referee. And, no permanent damage. So a goal kick to Chattanooga FC in the 30th minute of the first half. Still 0-0.
If you're not able to catch any moments that are happening live, you can always click back and rewind and check it out in slow motion if you'd like. Again, there's lots of cool tools that we're testing out on YouTube. We want to make sure you guys are aware of them, especially that goal cam. There's lots of action going on down there, and yeah, we want you guys to take advantage of it. Good goal kick here by Gardon. That's David Alden. Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm not sure how that's going against Zeka. I'm not sure how that's going against Zeka when he's got contact with the head from the Chivas player. I know Zeka was backing in just a little bit, which I
push him over there, really, and
I'm not sure about that one from the referee. But Zeka was backing into the player, and that's the only thing I could see there. But he went straight up, and then there was contact with his head. So I don't know that might have been one where you just let it go.
I think so.
A little bit of one, a little bit of the other.
50-50.
Yep. Yep. Referee blew the whistle. Chivas with possession down the right side, looking to play that channel, and Haschek out there, winning the ball well, and Chivas with the throw in. Play quickly. Well done there by Oliveira to come back and pressure the ball, make it go backwards. Again, CFC trying to keep everything in front of them, dropping into these little blocks. David Perez there with a good interception. Kieran Bywater almost getting to it. Oh, and it ends up with it in the end. Well done by Kieran.
Three players, very good.
Loses it in the end. Another throw in for Chivas on the far side. There's that man again, bursting forward from midfield after trying to connect. Ball back. Dunstan heads away. Bywater with it. Just dwelled on the ball a little bit too long there for me. Chivas player in. Well done there by Schmidt to win possession. Not able to keep it enough, Simon. Just settle down and keep the ball moving.
Right, that's what we were saying about earlier. Keeping possession is a key thing at this level. Check that one-arm shot, deflected away.
That's your last check. Just standing firm.
They keep looking for that gap, and they are rushing to just lash the ball away. They are being very patient. A lot of players, especially young guys, it's hard to stay that patient. You want to keep scoring and that buzz of getting the goal. Patience is hard to teach, but these guys seem to have plenty of it.
See the Chivas coach talking to his players, gesturing to his forward line to get closer together so that they can connect, and his midfielders to get wider to create space for them in the middle of the field. And that's one of the things that they're doing very well at is being patient, trying to keep that possession. Aldred with it here, trying to find an outlet, does well to find Dunstan, and hopefully we can slow it down. But again, just another long ball trying to find Whitehall.
The keeper's there, but Whitehall has to push it out for a throw-in.
Confident was he?
After being under pressure there.
And Whitehall wanting to get it back quickly, just couldn't quite do it. And now we have a second ball in the field, which will slow down things just a tad bit. Now David Perez can play.
Zeka's getting away from his man, gets a cross in. Still too strong.
Felipe Oliveira pressuring over there, but Chivas again calm, patient, keeping possession. CFC just working to get behind the ball again.
deflected away for a corner. So they were keeping the pressure on Chattanooga. We've not had any corners yet, but Chivas have had several. So if you like to follow stats, then certainly Chivas have the best of the attack so far. But it remains 0-0, so that doesn't mean much until you get a point on the board, as they say.
Yep, another good opportunity to switch over to our goal cam.
Yeah,
right definitely. In front of the CFC goal here. And players piling up near the penalty spot. Really going to fight for it. And that goal cam gives you a really, really good view of the crowd, Simon.
Yeah, it does,
and it looks pretty full in there. Oh, good ball into the box, headed away. Yes, Whitehall again with his height in there, serving his defensive duties.
Sloppy ball from Chivas.
Well, there's
back to their keeper, but it pushed them way back and loses initiative.
Trying to keep that ball in, but did well defensively. Haven't really seen enough of him. Usually he likes to be going forward and creating a little bit of chaos. Hasn't really been able to do that. Just hasn't had the opportunity to get forward really. Chivas keeping possession really well. And
that's it.
Hopefully he can grow into the game and be a little bit more dangerous. Again, I know he's really, really excited for this game. This is a childhood club that he supported and loved. He's a local guy as well from Dalton, Georgia.
That's right.
Just about 30 minutes away. Kieran Bywater with a great touch and ball into Zeka.
Curling, trying to make the best of it, keep control.
It's 2v1 here, see if he can find Perez. Just inside of him.
He can use some support with someone behind him to play the ball to. That goes out for a goal kick to Chivas.
And Chivas did well there. Both players cutting off those angles as we were talking about, Simon. Just kind of swarming him in a way that doesn't allow him to get those outlet passes and just narrows the space and keeps doing that. So really he didn't have anywhere to go.
And that's where you do have another backup player behind him who they can pass back to him and help him relieve the pressure from the defence. But anyway, Chivas back into play. As I said, playing it wide across the field, using the full width of the field here.
So a lot of teams struggle with the size of Fort Finley, as we like to call it here, the Chattanooga Football Club. But it seems like Chivas really enjoys the space, and they're doing their best to use the flanks. And that's one of the things that, again, usually we're the ones doing that to other teams and using the flanks.
Doing it to us.
Yeah. So it's been a good game so far as we enter the 38th minute. Chivas with a lot of possession, dangerous chances on both sides. I think CFC and Dana Whitehall in particular should feel hard pressed with that goal that maybe crossed the line, maybe bounced right on it, but maybe we'll take a look at halftime and get a little bit of analysis on that.
That was cool,
Touches there by number 182. That's Jonathan Martinez keeping the ball there well for Chivas. He's wearing the long sleeve white shirt. Only one out there wearing long sleeves. And Whitehall again reading the play very well. Just pressing so hard up there. You can see the frustration, but that anticipation will build and build, and until he gets that first goal and gets off the mark for CFC, I know he can't wait for that moment. Check over from his center back spot to clean up the danger there, cleared away, but straight to Mendoza again, who's just that general in midfield for Chivas, just getting it and giving it all the way back to the goalkeeper now. I'm interested to see how many substitutions we have have tonight. You think we'll go with the normal 6, or will there be no restrictions? Did Coach give you any indication on that?
There are no restrictions in the friendly games, so they can pretty much change it around as they see fit. They haven't done it yet, actually, as you were saying.
Yep.
We're only got 5 minutes to play. We may see a different squad entirely for the second half.
Yep.
They often do that and switch out the entire 11. And they can, she was getting a break, lucky break there, taking the shot.
Good save by Gardana again, coming up huge. That's 2 really, really good saves by him. And if you weren't able to catch it, switch over to that goal cam. Check it out. It's a great angle for him.
Chivas got the run of the field there, and the connection went right through, and they were able to break through and get a shot on goal. But great save. Just able to trigger away to one side, pushing away. Really, a very nice stretch to push away.
Yeah, it looked like his leg and his hands were out there. Not quite sure which one tipped it away, but both were there.
We were talking about those. Maybe Perez off, John Finley on. John's watching in Liverpool, so nice march. And also Jake Armstrong too, watching in as well. So they will stay up late at night, ladies.
Short ball played here. Driven left footed into the box.
A little too deep, and
I think it went out of bounds there. Yep,
it did. It back, it's gone. So.
Not sure if John's going to stay on this right-hand side, or if we're going to see Schmeck come over here.
John loves to run the wing, so we'll see what he does.
Yeah, it looks like he is going to take over this position.
One thing about Johnny never stays put.
Right. So maybe Coach Bill Elliott there, seeing what we saw from David Perez, maybe hasn't been able to get as involved as he would have liked, or put his stamp on the game. But he has played a lot of minutes, to be fair, in these first couple games. So maybe it's just one of those things that was always part of the plan to get him a little bit of playing.
Rotation is important. So.
And Chivas back with possession. CFC just hasn't been able to keep it in the way that we usually are.
That's right. You expect to be strong in the air. They haven't been strong as the air they usually are. Nice ball from Zeka. Right across the field.
And Oliveira just straight and tagged it offside.
Yeah, call back on that one. Felipe Oliveira straight offside. The idea was good. If you're going to pull that off, it would be a great scoring chance. We're in the last few minutes of the first half. Still looking for that first goal.
People are asking how to access the goal cam. We mentioned in the pregame show, but it's of course good to mention again. If you hover over the video of our stream, there will be a dialog box that pops up on the very bottom, and you'll see a suitcase that has a double arrow. If you click that, it'll give you the option of which camera you want to watch from, and you can just click the secondary field cam. It's got a picture of Fort Finley on it and an animated version of it, and if you click that, it'll take you right into the goal cam.
Still be able to come into the stadium, Carlos, which is great to see.
Yeah.
If you are close enough to come down, you can still come and catch the second half of the game in live and in person.
And that forecast may have scared some people away, especially after last week when we had all that rain come through at about the 22nd minute. But it's just an absolutely brilliant night at Finley. So maybe people came out for a nice night out with the family. And like you said, Simon, some are still filling in, and some are going to get their halftime beer a little bit early to miss the lines.
And don't forget, if you do come down, there's the fireworks after the game too. We have Memorial Day fireworks right after the game. There's a great place to view them in Chattanooga. It's called Finley Stadium. You can see everything from here. So that's another good reason to come down and bring the family if you want to. So yeah, not just soccer tonight, fireworks too.
You have check with a strong header there. You see Matt Aldred in the middle of the field talking to his players, trying to get them, I think, just to settle down. We've mentioned it several times over the past couple minutes. Just not much flow from CFC. Chivas really dictating tempo in this game so far in the first half as we enter the 44th minute. I don't really see a need for much extra time in this friendly for this first half. Do you?
Right. I think you're correct, yeah. So
CFC wins another throw-in.
It's been some enjoyable soccer, but we are always looking for those goals. We know, but it hopes for the goals too.
Chattanooga imploring everyone and for Finley to stand up and cheer for the team as we approach halftime. John Finley getting in there, trying to get on the end of that header, and that ball into the box by Oliveira, just wasn't able to. Again, Finley trying to chase it down here. I believe CFC winning a throw. Yeah, that's a good hustle.
Good stuff.
Quick throw into Zeka. Well done by Mendoza to read that and cut in front of him and head the ball out. Ball into the box to Whitehall. Good flick. Oh, and Oliveira just couldn't quite bring it down there after the flick.
Couldn't connect, make the shot. Wow.
I'll tell you what, Whitehall really is a menace in the box with his height, and he just wants to always be around the ball. Tell you what, Zeka's been really active today. His pressure, he's had a couple really good balls into the box, good possession. So yeah, after that injury,
yes, absolutely.
That was a tough time. I know he's worked really hard in the off season to get back, and like you said, Simon, it's great to see.
It is. So with a minute of extra time here, and you're up to half time, and there's a minute of extra time to play on. So. Not quite there yet. We're getting close to a half time. Let's see if any of the teams can do something here. As long as you get that one. Half time. Just waiting for the referee to give the signal for the second half kick-off. And there we go. So Chivas kicking off. Teams in reverse. You can still see the goal cam and see if Chattanooga City can pump goal on that net on the goal cam. So play resumes. And again, a little bit of stop-start as they get moving.
Yeah, I think ball just went out of play there. We'll get you any changes as we recognize them. Looks like CFC's backline is pretty much the same. We got Dunstan, Uhashchek.
Right.
And driven in here by Schmidt. Sorry to get out of those defenders really quick, but Schmidt breaking down this left-hand side, trying to get the ball in the box, and I believe this is CFC's first corner of the game.
Right, it is.
So that's good to see them getting into dangerous attacking position. I think that's Kieran Bywater came over to take the...
I think you're right, it is. It is. That deep kick.
Just
a little
way
too deep.
over, buddy.
A little too deep, yeah.
John Finley trying to get to it there.
Too deep.
And Chivas defender didn't quite like the hands.
Yep.
And we have the players coming together. Just a little bit of talking going on there.
Yeah.
Friendly match, so they're both trying to keep it under control. But and then we got another Chivas getting into it with John Finley here.
You should have better than that.
Right.
I don't want to let him do that.
Yeah, just a little bit of as Simon likes to call it, argy-bargy here at the beginning of the second half. And trying to bring the intensity up just a little bit.
That's right.
And yeah, I agree, Simon. I think that first half was a little bit tame maybe from both sides.
Right.
We had some attacking intent, but not too much, how would you say it?
No balls in the net.
Yeah, exactly.
Basically, that's what we're watching for.
And you know, there wasn't much intensity about the play and the attacking curve. But yeah, there was a couple chances, and you know, hopefully they can increase that number and we can find some goals.
Absolutely. So yeah, 0-0 at half time. I'm expecting both to finish that way because both teams are keen to score. So Chivas playing a long, deep ball, which does not reach a Chivas player. In fact. And CFC already still on the way. Still keep possession there. Keep it moving.
Bywater to Aldred. Back to Bywater.
Those two combined very well. Back to Dunstan, they did all combine well last season too.
Yep. And they did form a really, really strong partnership in midfield last year.
That's right.
Really allowing the attacking players in front of them to flourish.
Not more of the field and less of the crowd.
Okay, well I was trying to hold on this close up.
With balls close up.
As always, if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the YouTube stream. Simon and I will do our best to answer them. Whitehall with a flick there, trying to find Felipe Antonio, I believe, Antonio Oliveira couldn't quite get on the end of that one there.
Just going back to the keeper again, using him as a pivot really. We've been using Mendoza a lot for that too, but the keeper is also doing a fair amount of play.
Chivas with some possession here.
Players warming up for both sides, so I think we'll see some substitutions fairly soon. Just trying to find a gap in CFC's defence, and here Galazit says thank you, and on they go.
Long ball here by the goalkeeper, looking for Zeka, just over his head.
John Carver and Jonathan Ricketts warming up over there.
And Oliveira just got caught offside as he kind of sprung onto that one. I think the ball was rolling just a little bit. Referee making Chivas retake it. Still playing quickly, trying to keep the ball moving again. Yeah, Simon, I do think we have had a change for CFC. That's Paulo Pita, who has stepped into the goalkeeping position for Pierre Gardon, number 31. Yeah.
Well, you're right, it is Paulo.
Oh, there he is. Oliveira with a good shot, blocked very well there. That's number 89 stepping in.
Also,
for a really
right across through the defence, cut through him like a knife, but they will be able to touch it in.
Yeah, that was really good work. Like I said, number 89, Alvaro Sandoval for Chivas, blocking that one from Oliveira. That looked to have some power and some pace, but didn't get through there. Couldn't test the goalkeeper.
Absolutely. Chattanooga getting ready to make 5, count them, 5 substitutions here.
Oh wow, Simon, we're gonna have to work hard to get through these.
If I get my pen and pencil out, count the names and numbers.
We got number 29, Cameron Woodfin coming in. We got number 19, Peter Pearson coming in. We have number 8, Darwin Long coming in. We have number 11, Sindre Wello coming in, a fan favorite from last year, who scored a couple really, really good goals.
The Iceman.
Yeah, and then we have number 3, Jacob Lever coming in, and yeah, mostly newcomers. I know that Sindre obviously played really, really well for us last season and was a stalwart, and a little chance to shine for the young guys, the new guys.
Taking out Sturniazczyk, Jordan Dunstan. And let's see.
Looks like Jerry Wilshire maybe sliding into the center position.
Jerry Wilshire, yeah, the guys are bringing in fresh legs. I think that's pretty much it. As we said at the start of the game, they wanted to bring in people that just give everybody a bit of playing time.
And as I'd like to see this fire from Kieran Bywater here, immediately coming over to Coach Bill,
yes,
into conversation with the assistant coaches. You can tell what a top-level player he is, always expecting the best out of himself, out of his teammates, and out of the coaching staff. You know, always looking to push those boundaries and grow and be a better player for CFC. I love to see it.
Here we go, CFC trying to break. Nice touch.
Little touch there.
Get in there, heading back to the keeper,
Well
and the attack broken down. Very cool there on defence by Chivas.
Yeah, it's always good to see good defending. I was a goalkeeper, Simon, so I like to see those guys working hard.
Right.
And that was, again, that's number 100. And he's been all over the place. Yeah, that's Mendoza. Yeah, and you can see why he's there in the heart of this Chivas team.
Sure, absolutely.
Aldridge did well there, I believe. He had to get possession back.
Schmidt's open. Here he goes, trying to come through, and sure has to keep the ball, then it goes back to Schmidt. Not quite very planned. Little touch on there, trying to keep possession, playing that one-touch shocker. We love to watch them play. And this time we can't quite do it. One touch goes across the line. So I think while they're playing out the ball so much as near slide Carlos is, they're just transfixed by Gavin Riley's shorts, and they're just.
Oh, is that what it is?
They sit like whoa, they just can't control the ball.
When I saw him the other day, I thought it was one of those man rompers, and I was just gonna have a couple words with him. No, they were just. Right, short shorts.
They're just short shorts, so this is a good moment to take the fifth and not say anything else.
Right.
But I say that maybe have an effect on the players.
Here on this left side. But those Chattanooga are great boys, and they have a good time. You know, they really enjoy being here.
They've expanded into 2 sections tonight.
Yeah.
It's actually packed out with people.
Section 109 and 110 this evening.
It really has. It's spread and grown. And yeah, a good crowd tonight. And people are coming in during the first half, and that's great. So I say we have at least 4,000 people in the stadium tonight. It looks really good.
Interesting note on number 8, Darwin Long, who just came in for Chattanooga Football Club. He actually was a really, really good high school player. He played at Calhoun High School, and they went on to win a state championship in Georgia, I think about 3 years ago, with him captaining that squad. Really, really quick player, really, really good player. Plays for, I believe, UAB in Alabama. And yeah, he's a really good player, really crafty, and excited to see him on the field. I saw him through high school reffing, and it's cool to see his development. And now out here on this same pitch in the same way that we see David Perez, from a local school, again going through those channels. And I believe David challenged for a state championship when he was in school.
Well, he's been coached by Wolf Koch, who's now coaching Memphis. So he would have met him at UAB too.
So lots of good stuff from the CFC local players.
Well, that's it. It all goes around, players and coaches. And you see people from the colleges involved here now, and they're taking it seriously. There's only college level coaches to coach at CFC, not just who they can find are like, oh, this is a pretty good job. I think we'll apply for it. And they're getting coaches from some of the big schools coming in and applying for jobs. So that's a good thing. Good thing for soccer overall in the NPSL.
Yeah, and it's important to mention Coach Bill gets success in West Florida, and he does a great job down there in that conference. And,
as soon as that study comes back up here, and in his spare time he drives NASCAR, so he's a pretty impressive guy.
Jeez, man, that guy's busy.
How does he do it?
Chivas goalkeeper here, just bringing the ball forward, trying to get a couple more inches.
Oh, no, that's the second game. I got you. Okay, so you have something over there as well?
That's you. Brought down.
Right. Okay. I see.
Good ball by DeSchmidt, and there he is. There's Darwin. Ended on his left foot.
Oh, right across the goal.
And Oliveira just didn't read it. I think he's got to be live to that. He's got to know that Darwin's going to bring that one right across the 6-yard box and trying to get across the goalkeeper's face. He just kind of got flat-footed there and wasn't able to get there. And,
a really good chance.
Wow, really good opportunity there with a good ball across. Again, Darwin Long, local player here, and it's good to see him out on the field making a difference.
The second half, and that was a really good chance.
Yep.
So
I like the intent by CFC. Yeah, I think Oliveira knew he was offside there and just let it roll.
Okay. So.
And I think there was a deflection, so even smarter of a play by Oliveira there to CFC corner. It's a couple corners here in this second half. Good opportunity to switch into that.
We're seeing all action on this side of the field to this end, this on the left hand side.
It's like we put it on the right side tonight.
We put the goal counter where it needs to be tonight, so switch that now and watch this corner.
Yeah, we'll hopefully be able to get both goals in for you, and maybe even a Chattanooga cam here soon. That would be exciting.
We have lots of things up our sleeves.
Yeah, great ball in the box there.
Oh, pushed away.
CFC throw-in though, able to continue with the pressure. I think Chivas is readying a substitution. Yeah, the referee isn't letting him on just yet, but that's number 345. And as soon as we can identify him in the roster, we will let you know.
Right. Chattanooga still being tenacious there in the corner. Schmidt trying to bring it in, and it gets over the back line. Corner. Referee's award, he called it the CFC, so the pressure remains on that side of the field.
And I believe that's Evion Manganya who's going to be coming on for Chivas in just a couple minutes, number 349, standing by the fourth official, who actually had the pleasure of working the state championship with this week. Chris Clark, yeah, that was really fun.
Balls in deep, keeper's right there.
Yeah, well done by the goalkeeper.
Super fast.
What an outlet.
Super
wow,
fast
what a ball.
Trying to set the attackers away. And
well done by that. I mean, like I said, I'd like to see those goalkeepers and defenders working on. That was
really good.
Yeah, that's premium goalkeeping there.
Excellent.
Yeah, I think we're going to see the substitution now.
I think we are. Let's go and I'll say a quick hello to Rachel Burgess and the Chattanooga Hooligans who are watching us live from Dauphin Island tonight. Hi, Rachel.
Yeah, I know we got a couple people visiting back home.
We do.
Kate Robertson, who writes some blogs for us in the Chattanooga Hooligans. She's in North Carolina hanging out. She's watching.
And conversely, some people here, Kieran Byland's parents are in town tonight. I spoke to them earlier.
Oh, nice.
They're here for a couple of weeks to see Chattanooga and see Kieran. So,
hey. Oh, it looks like the CFC women's team has now taken over capo duties for the Chattanooga Hooligans. Got about as many of them on that bench as they can, just jumping around. Yeah, they had a great game last night. Couldn't quite get the victory. There was that 5 minutes against the Knoxville Force where they scored 3 goals and ended 4-2. Oh, just a miscommunication there, but it worked out. Schmidt with it again, looking to drive, combine. Yeah, there was Darwin again trying to fight for it.
She was trying to break away now. Come through. Chattanooga rushing players back.
That's well done there. It's number 19 for CFC. That's Peter Pearson, another newcomer working hard.
Well, yeah, he played good in the Memphis game too.
Yeah.
And he's pretty finding his feet this team. I'm pleased to see that. So that was pretty good.
Played quickly there, and I like it. Just keeping the ball moving, keeping momentum, keeping the pace up. It's been a fun game, son.
We're in the 60th minute. It's been good. It's starting to already improve. So yeah, we're on 30 minutes to go. So it's really picking up.
Really need that goal, Simon.
Nice ball. Come on, go for it.
And John Finley chasing it. He's going to keep. Oh, I thought he was going to keep chasing it. He left it for Darwin there.
Great
CFC. Yeah, CFC earns a corner. Or I'm sorry, a throw in on that far side.
Great clearance. I've seen better.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, you got to hit the.
Yeah, whatever's going on with that is whatever's going on with it.
CFC get ready to make a couple more substitutions.
That's number 16 there.
Number 16,
Mark Tots coming in for, looks like Aldo coming out. Yeah. He's a fan favorite. Chattanooga Hooligans love their captain.
They do.
Who's got the armband now, Simon? Did you see who he passed it over to?
I didn't see. Have a look out there.
I can see
actually binoculars, I'll tell you.
Yeah, I think. And another goalkeeping substitution.
Can you take that over to the students?
Chivas has a substitution that they've been trying to execute here. It's number 200 coming onto the field. Sorry, that's number 208. And that's Jaime Gonzalez coming on, and looks like number 85 has come off the field, Alfonso Solario. Referee didn't like that challenge in there. blowing for a Chivas free kick just on the edge of the 6-yard box. And this is the part of the game in friendly, Simon, where it gets a little choppy. You have lots of substitutions who have entered the game, lots of subs going on. And, you know, it seemed like we were starting to build a little bit of the flow, but I can't imagine too many more substitutions. But you never know. Again, it is a friendly. They don't have any restrictions. And Coach Bill Elliott and I'm sure the Chivas coaches are trying to get a good view of their players.
Well, they both are. That's right.
Just went out of bounds.
I think so too.
Chivas throwing on the far side. Possession for Chivas. All the way back to the goalkeeper.
It's a little bit defensive for a friendly game.
Yeah.
He's been quite so cautious, but that's what they're doing.
I'll tell you what, I've been impressed with the Chivas goalkeeper so far.
I am too.
The ball at his feet, he's been very confident. He's come to clear a couple with a punch and then a couple catches. And that distribution out to the left-hand side with just a laser punt was excellent earlier.
Yeah, he's shown a lot of confidence. Oh, he sees way out of his box again.
And again, there's that confidence to be off his line and
catch him out when he lets a goal in because he's coming out very, very strong.
And Whitehall almost did catch him earlier.
I know. It takes one touch from there to get past him.
And make sure we mention the goalkeeper's name. That's Carlos Orozco, number 91 back there for Chivas. He's had a really strong game so far.
Pass. CFC focusing on possession here.
Yeah, leave it with it.
Out of defence.
Pearson.
Not waiting around. Got to keep moving, guys.
It's well done in midfield. And Oliveira just couldn't quite hold it up there. I'm sorry, that was Darwin Loa. Yeah, just a little bit too much there for the referee.
Again, a bit 50-50, but he's there and we're not.
Yeah. So. And again, you know, you mentioned the friendly atmosphere. You know, maybe calling a couple things that he might not generally call, just to make sure the players are safe. Everyone's having a good time out there. But players, they don't like ties. They don't like losses. They want to get that win. You know, we need to see some goals, Simon.
Sure. It's all about confidence boosting too, these kind of games.
And here's the thing: I think if we see one goal, we're going to see 2 or 3.
Absolutely. The floodgates will open.
Yeah. Going into the 66th
minute.
It's
the chance for the players to impress the coach and everybody else. They can see how well they're playing and, you know, just like, hey, I played great for those friendlies, pick me. So that's part of it too for players. So it's a great showcase for everyone. 2
Chivas players getting in their own way there as they were entering the box. It was a good little free kick into the near post, and then seems like they both wanted to score the goal, which, again, who doesn't? But yeah, only one of them.
We both do, yeah, but we can't kick the ball that far.
I don't know, Simon. You might be able to get it.
Go on, then.
It might roll. I'm not going to do it in the air.
Get the wind behind you.
Yeah, exactly.
Go on there. Okay. Let this go with that.
Good goal. Good goal kick there.
Yeah, back in reality.
Chivas back back to their goalkeeper again. Again, just a little bit safe for a friendly match. I'd like to see them get going a little bit in the attacking third. But again, they're patient. They're trying to get CFC out of their shape and create those gaps that you have to have to go forward.
They're trying to draw them into the Chivas half deeper and deeper.
And you see it here with Pearson, who's stepped all the way up almost to the box, and maybe that causes some problems behind.
Well, they can leave a gap.
Yeah, exactly.
The defenders have to have self-control and stay in their position and not get drawn forward. It's human nature to come try and come forward.
Oliveira
nice ball.
Did well to keep that one in and the free kick. Or I'm sorry, the throw.
Yep. No. Substitution for Chivas. Another one. 283 coming on.
Yeah, it's Gustavo Michel. About to step on the field. Who's he taking off?
He's taking off.
That's number 98, son. That's Guillermo Hernandez coming off. Had a good performance.
Yep.
Active.
It's been good.
Yep. Throw it into the box there. A little touch. Keep possession. Well done by Schmidt there. Ball driven in.
Deflected out.
And that's going to be a CFC corner kick, yep.
Trying to be too clever there and pulled it away on over the line.
Yep.
CFC players pushing up into the opposing box. So Lever and Pearson at the back. Oh, the keeper again, as we said, very strong, confident, takes the ball out of the air and
quick
says,
distribution
off
again.
we go, yeah.
Well done by Pearson.
Nice. Chivas is streaming forward. What a CFC got to counter this.
Well done by Oliveira to get back. Well done. Hey, that's great work from a mostly attacking player. Right. You see what it means to the rest of the CFC squad and the Chattanooga attacking player there, hustling back to do his defensive duties.
Yep.
Well done.
Absolutely.
Simon, what do you think it's going to take to break down CFC for Chivas, or vice versa for CFC to break down Chivas?
I think it's going to make a mistake or a deflection or a strange bounce. And then somebody will pounce on it and score a goal. Because they are fairly evenly matched.
Yeah, it's been a little cagey.
It has. It has. I think that's what it's going to come down to, like a lot of games. It can be a deflection.
It's true. Set pieces as
something
well.
unusual. Whoever's quickest to, if there's a deflection off the woodwork or somewhere, whoever's quickest on the ball can pinch the goal, and that's it.
There's Pearson again heading the ball away from the near post. He's been everywhere since coming on, Simon. I've been very impressed.
He's playing well. Yeah, he's playing well. Referee's holding up play to tie his laces up.
And we're going to get a substitution as well.
Substitution too. Well, there you go, two at once. The 189 coming up.
That's 87 who came off.
Oh, sorry.
No, who was stepping off. You were correct.
Okay.
The player stepping in. That's number 87, David Alvalos, who has ended his evening.
Get the feet on him, get him control. Ooh, collision there.
Pearson in the middle of two Chivas players.
John Finley clearing it long down the field. That's a good pass. They're Chattanooga break. It's 3 on 5, so they're going to have to work hard to get past Chivas' defence. Chivas is outnumbering them.
I think that's an opportunity. Just put the foot on the ball, hold it up just a tad bit, and try and get a little possession when you recognize you're far outnumbered like that. But maybe, as I said, we got some young players, some new players out there. Maybe pressing just a tad bit to impress, and trying to do things maybe that they wouldn't do if they were in a calm situation or in a different situation. But it's been good to see the new players out there.
70 minutes in, Carlos, no goals yet, which is surprising.
Well, there was that hint of one, wasn't there?
Well, there's been hints, but that sound of the ball singing to the back of the net, we like to hear that hissing sound. It goes.
John Finley chasing it.
A shot from the Chivas defence. He's a shoot ball, right? He's going to score some goals of his own too. Now the deep ball, not cleared by Chattanooga, still in play.
Got a little bit underneath it. Well done there. That was great defending. That's another who's impressed since coming on, really. That's Jacob Lever on his left-hand side of our defensive three. Knocked that ball back to the goalkeeper, just really calmly, as you mentioned.
Oh, yes. Chattanooga getting the best with that defense. Still Chattanooga with the ball.
Loma coming forward here. Just a little too much there, Simon. Trying to be tricky. Yeah, just get the ball off your foot.
You have to use the teammates.
Yep.
That's
back with it. Schmidt breaking down this left-hand side. Good bending ball in.
Who's on the end of it?
That's Pearson. Just couldn't quite get the ball to settle at his feet.
Just fell over the ball almost. Didn't get hold of it. They had to hit that first time and an amazing shot. Chattanooga still coming strong.
Willow winning the ball there.
Oh, the pass interrupted. That could have been very dangerous if that had gone through.
And that's number 100 again. He's played the whole game.
Everywhere.
Doesn't look like any signs of tiring. He's everywhere on the field tonight.
He's everywhere. So, substitutes for Chattanooga coming up.
That's another newcomer, Simon. Charlie Clark. believe that's the end of the night for Felipe Oliveira.
I think it is. It's time for him to take a breather. He's had a great game.
Yeah, I tell you what, he's done really well in these first couple games. He scored that goal against Birmingham to get CFC off of the mark for their home season here at Finley.
Right.
He's played well here tonight as well, and deservedly gets a rest for the rest of the night. And Jonathan Hunter did correctly answer the name of the goalkeeper who is playing in the second half for CFC is Paolo Pita. Done well so far. Hasn't really had too much work to do except for a couple goal kicks. Not many dangerous chances. I actually think CFC's probably had the better of the opportunities in this second half with that ball that was driven across by Darwin Loma, and then that another opportunity on those corner kicks, several trips into the box in that early part of the second half.
Yeah, and the cheeky flick from Daniel Whitehall was so close.
Yep. And that goalkeeper for Chivas has done really well this year. Good turn there, wow. The great ball, and there it is! There's the ball we're looking for! And that's Darwin, the local boy, number 8, putting it in. First game for CFC, first goal for CFC. You know that Chattanooga love it. Comes straight over to the bench to celebrate. And wow, you can hear what it means to the crowd to play a world-renowned team like Chivas, known really, really well across the globe. And to be ahead, Simon. To be ahead 1-0 this late into the game. To be honest, talking to several of the Chattanooga, they weren't quite expecting that. So hey, we can come out with a win here. I know the team will be excited, and we need it. We need the confidence boost, Simon. Let me say that.
It's a great ball.
That was a great ball across. Simon, did you see who put the ball across to?
I did. I'm going to check it out. I think it was.
Well done by this man here.
I think it was Felipe, but I couldn't know.
Felipe stepped off. Unfortunately,
I think our numbers great. But it was a good little turn, and that's what it takes.
Well done by Pearson here.
Get moving.
CFC trying to keep a little possession, make Chivas chase the ball here, chase the game here now with the 1-goal lead.
Yeah, maybe Charlie Clark making the turn. He's come on. He's playing in that far right side, so give him the credit for that. It was a great little turn.
Yeah, it really was.
Going for a repeat of the same almost, and going the same direction, still in possession.
And a great body position there by Clark, keeping the ball.
Nice ball. Oh, that's a good
Loma
pass.
with it. Oh,
still in possession. Right across.
Oh, and almost another! Oh. Wow! CFC with a couple really dangerous opportunities. I think that was John Finley getting the ball in the box there.
I think so.
I'm not quite sure who was able to get on. Oh, that was Clark again.
Right.
So he's been dangerous since coming on. Well done.
Right across the 6-yard box. Nobody there to finish him. And nobody there to defend either, which is the worst thing. Just headed back there to the keeper. Trying to keep it now. They've got the confidence up.
Yeah, that's Jacob Lever again. Cool, calm, and
they got
collected.
confidence.
What a ball.
The Hooligans are making noise.
You see Charlie Clark there trying to just nod it down for
the stadium should sound. Lots of noise. Home fans in good voice.
And Chivas chasing the game just a little bit now. Back in possession. CFC, we just need to weather the next 5-6 minutes. Make sure they stay tight in the back.
Right.
Make sure there's no silly passes, silly mistakes.
We'll see after so many goals this morning.
Right. I think we got about 15 minutes left, including overtime and extra time. I'm not sure we'll have too much of that in a friendly match, but it's been a good one so far.
Yep.
Well done by Pearson with a one-touch pass there.
Up the game. That's good.
Oh, nice little back heel and down the line here.
Again, good pass.
Oh, and he's just going to be called offside. And you can see the frustration on his face. And as he kicks the ball against the brick wall, lucky for him, that ball couldn't just keep on rolling. He might have gotten booked. And It is a friendly after all. Referee trying to manage the players as best he can. Haven't seen any yellow cards tonight.
Not yet at all.
Yeah.
Any at all.
Everyone's been well behaved for the most part.
Yeah. Yep.
Ball in.
Chattanooga defence up for the job and clearing it. This is getting a little bit nice, a little strong there.
Oh, hey, well done by the Schmidt to keep it in.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you see Pearson just give the little handshake to Schmidt.
There we go.
Sorry, bud. Sorry, bud.
Full offside again.
I think he just had a little touch in the back there.
Right.
Referee didn't like it. Chivas with another substitution coming on, yes.
3:35.
Let's see who that is. That's Diego Hernandez coming onto the field. Let's see who's going to step off. I didn't see the player who stepped off, Simon. Did he? Oh, he's on the far side. There by the corner. Yeah, have you seen his number?
Yeah,
see who that is? Chivas pressing here to Schmidt. Able to collect it, drive forward. Absorbed a little bit of contact, but not enough for the ball. And the linesman calling the ball out of bounds there. CFC threw it on the near side. Ball one there. Chivas out for another CFC throw-in.
Silly place. The foul in the silly place on near Schmidt, but it's Chattanooga a free kick from 6 yards out. Definitely a good score opportunity from there.
Simon, we have people from Vietnam watching CFC right now. Wow.
That's right.
Yeah, if you're on the YouTube stream and you know you're from a different country, you're from a different city, shout it out. Let us know where you're watching from. We love to know where the CFC and the Chatahooligans are across the globe. So let us know where you are.
And
there's another one. Who's that? See him coming over to the bench. Is that Darwin again?
I think it is.
Wow, what a debut. 2 goals for the newcomer. What a goal with the head. Oh, was it? Okay, well done, Charlie. Hey, yeah, he's been super dangerous since stepping on the field with the assist and then the goal. Well done, Charlie Clark, making an impact immediately. And he's got to give the coach a question now, right, Coach? You got to put me in earlier. You got to get me on the field, Coach.
81st minute, Charlie Clark. So 2-0 Chattanooga FC against Chivas. The last 10 minutes of the game is going to get very exciting. Now let's see what Chivas have got. If they got anything in the tank to come back and get a goal back. So then they aren't going to quit. Nice ball coming through, keepers out to it. Good timing.
Yeah, the referee didn't like it. Pulling the ball back for a foul. Maybe John Finley coming in a tad bit late there.
Well,
and I could be wrong here, but I think Charlie Clark is from my alma mater, Simon.
Really?
From good old Bryan College, yeah.
Excellent.
got Wyoming in the house, Simon.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
How's it going? Well, I don't know. It says M. Gab, so I don't know if it's Emily or Gab or Emmy or I don't know.
Well, hey there. Good to have
Someone
you
from
listening.
Wyoming.
So Chivas got a free kick, 20 yards out, driven hard. Oh!
Good save, Palopito, well done.
That away nicely, very strong. That was hit quite by the force.
All right, Kyle Johnson from Cleveland, Tennessee on the stream today. Hey, Kyle, thanks for joining us. You got to find some time to get down here to Fort Finley. You're just in Cleveland, man.
Yeah.
It's a nice night out. Come on down.
Come down. This is great. This is the place to be on a Saturday night. Another corner from Chivas, pushed away by Peter, gets it away. Still not cleared, but trying to get ahead on it.
It's good potty position
Crowd
there.
of players and actually pushed away.
There's number 3, Jacob Lever, again impressing with his body
Chivas
position
putting the
and
pressure
fight.
on there, trying to get something going.
Wello wins it. Throw in there for CFC.
You need to be in line. We will be disallowed to continue selling beer past the 80th minute. Once again, past beer sales will be the 80th minute.
Chivas with the ball back towards the middle. Pearson trying to win it. Pearson driving through. Wow, strong play by Pearson.
Great pass. What great play. Don't get offside, guys.
Well done to hold his run in the end by Darwin Loma.
Going in.
Oh, and a ball to the back post, enticing as can be. Just nobody there to meet it, Simon.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, it looked like Charlie Clark had made the run to the near post.
Right.
And Darwin put that ball into the back post, just not on the way, right in the same wavelength there. Kentucky's in the house. How's it going? Evansville, Indiana in the house. Fort Collins, Colorado. We got Kentucky. Wow, guys, all over the place.
3 on the 4. Chivas cleared away, and looks like they're killing the foul.
Yeah, dangerous free kick here.
That's a little bit strong.
Yeah.
A little bit strong there.
Yeah, Paulo will have to be really on his line, really on his tones, ready for that free kick over the wall here. This is going to be a dangerous opportunity. You see the referee talking to Sandra.
Looks like he's getting his cards out. So
yeah, he's right in the hook. Oh, okay, all right.
It's a yellow.
Well, hello, Jen. Welcome to the stream.
First yellow for Chattanooga FC. Not too bad off 85 minutes of play.
Yeah, that's not too bad, huh? It is a friendly match after all.
Well, it is. You should expect a whole lot of these, but you do get the old one. But that indicates there's some passion out there. People are starting to come in hard on tackles. So a dangerous position for Chivas, directly in front of goal. About 22 yards out, maybe 21 yards out. So, yeah.
Looks like we got a left footer and a right footer over
do.
Everybody's going to strike it.
Everybody in the CFC half for this one.
Hitting it hard.
Bam. Oh, good
save. Well done by Palopito there, just tipping it over the bar. Get off the football goal post.
Really well. That was good.
Yeah, you coming over that wall, dipping into the goal area. You did well to react and just tip it over the bar.
Right.
Another corner kick for Chivas here.
Taking it fast. Trying to get that goal back and pushed away by CFC. And it's like another corner. So.
Our good buddy Jonathan Hunter here from Chattanooga, at home with the wife and kids. Sorry you couldn't come hang out with us, Jonathan. Maybe next week.
Absolutely. Chivas again, different kind of corner, back to the top of the D, goes to the volley. Man, that did not work out well. Chattanooga able to clear it very fast and trying to break.
Good touch there. Charlie Clark just keeping possession.
Deep ball into the Chivas half, still not cleared by Chivas. The ball is bobbling around. He's really clearing it properly. And the keeper will clean it up a little bit.
Mention, or name we haven't really mentioned since he came on was Mark Tots, number 16 for CFC. Wide in midfield, he's really been working hard, been active so far, cleaning up lots of loose balls and filling in spaces. And I tell you what, I've been impressed with the guys we brought in. Lots of pace, a little bit of awareness, and good bit of skill, Simon. So it's good to see.
And please, some of the guys that don't get the limelight and score goals still important to the team.
Oh, absolutely.
The coaches are watching all of them, not just the guys who are getting the glory at the front.
Right.
Because they can't get glory at the front without the guys in the back doing their job too. So I know the coaches are watching them all, not just the guys who are getting on the score sheet.
Well, Simon, we got a question about the attendance. I'm not sure that they've quite announced it, but Simon, what do you think?
I'm thinking 4,000.
You're thinking at least 4?
I'll go with 4,000.
All right.
Yeah, I haven't heard it yet.
Yeah, it's been a good night. The fans have been in good voice.
Oh, absolutely.
And the stadium is full. Yeah. Oh man, the weather's and if you hear us talking about the weather, maybe just a little bit too much. Last week was just awful. That rain was out of control. So we're happy for a great night.
We got a little bit frowsy weather last weekend.
Just here working on this left side.
Nice cross to
play.
Who's there?
John Finley getting on the end of it.
Chattanooga still in possession. Ball's in the middle of the box. Chivas clearing it now, but Chattanooga got a good look at the goal from there.
Yeah, a couple balls into the box. Just couldn't quite be dangerous with them, but Chivas breaking forward here.
Last couple of minutes of play now, regulation. Shouldn't be too much longer. Chattanooga still 2-0 up. Chivas trying to get a goal back. Driving forward, but not finding the gap.
We're going to see Chivas start to put some numbers forward into the box. Well done there.
Excellent defense.
Yes, good stuff. It's number 5.
Jerry Wiltshire doing his thing.
Solid game today.
Strong.
Solid game from Wiltshire.
Chivas not able to get the connection pass and give him a throw. One more substitution for Chattanooga.
Yeah, I think that's good old Snoopy Davidson down there. Oh no, that's Kevin Rampage.
Yeah, those two guys are.
They look very similar.
From this distance, they got a similar build, yeah. So, yeah.
Now entering the game for CSC number 22, Kevin.
Schmidt catching his breath, well deserved, he had a good game.
Yeah, he had
Leo's
really active down this left
first real game back, he's played very well. Yeah, a little bit hard on the challenge there. Alwyn Long coming on Chivas, but free kick to Chivas, a little bit more time wasting as the clock runs down at the last minute of regulation play. Billigan's in good voice, team's 2 up. Life is good, Carlos.
Absolutely, we will let you know about the attendance right away, as soon as we can. Yeah, we've just heard announcements. 2 minutes of added time will be put on to the end of this 90 minutes, so not much longer for us. But let me say that I've been impressed with the newcomers again. I know I've mentioned that several times in the last couple of minutes, but it's been good to see them, and the level hasn't dropped. You know, we worry about in friendlies the tempo dropping and becoming a little bit fragmented. Again, it happened for a couple minutes there when we had lots of substitutions, but the flow has regained, and CFC was able to jump on top as those substitutions were made.
Right, they managed to keep things going, which is always that change in the pace of play when people are substituted. But we saw it in the FA Cup final this evening in England, so substitutes coming on and making a big difference almost immediately. So yeah, and it can go the other way too, and it can suddenly change the whole way the team works. But tonight's been very good, very fluid, and the team has played well, so it hasn't really changed the team too much.
Pearson,
Chattanooga still stealing the ball away, looking for that break.
Oh, what a good ball out to this left-hand side.
To Rampage.
Yeah, I think Long's going to get there, and he does.
First, can Long get away?
He's going to go by him. Oh, well,
can he get away from the marker?
Good defending there by the Chivas defender.
Not quite.
Yeah, a little bit of frustration there at the end.
A little bit of time running down too. That's all right. So we're on for a minute of extra time played already, so we're not very far away from seeing the first Chattanooga FC win of the season, which is certainly a confidence boost to the players and the coach.
Is that a Juan Hernandez I see on the capo stand over there?
It may be.
I think it is.
I think it is.
That long blonde hair is pretty obvious to see from here. And he's wearing that nice CFC jersey, and well, he's got the big head as well. And that is the final whistle, Simon. Chattanooga Football Club 2, Chivas U23 0.
Excellent.
Really good game. Yeah, Simon, what can you tell us